What's up, y'all? I'm Dylan Marlowe. This is my wife, Natalie. These are our dogs, Banks and Bailey, and we're here for the Country Now pup date. Banks is, what, 6?
6.
And Bailey's 7.
Yep.
She's a golden retriever, and Banks is a Boykin Spaniel. And we have had Bailey since she was a little pup, and then I got Banks. I rescued her when she was like 6 months old.
They're complete opposites. So Bailey just wants to be pet like 24/7. She wants to cuddle. Banks, on the other hand, like,
she's wild.
If you say, do you want to go on a ride? Like, she's gonna, like, be ready to go.
Yeah, Banks is Banks is like the best bus dog ever. She just sits on the front lounge all day, and she's good on the road. Bailey is a human.
Yes. She doesn't know she's a dog,
yeah,
but...
she just thinks she's human. And Banks is my little hunting dog. She gets everything that we shoot that she can grab. It's hard. She's a little dog, so it's hard for her to pick up geese because they're bigger than she is. I guess we've never said this on like an interview, but we met at a private Luke Combs Brett Young concert that my buddies put on in their backyard for his 18th birthday party. And I was kind of intoxicated.
He was.
Back in my wilder days, and Nat did not want anything to do with me. Because I was pretty intoxicated. But
you know, when you get out of a situation, you're like, we're not going for that kind of guy anymore. And then he's intoxicated. You're kind of like, maybe we'll pass.
But I'll tell you guys the perfect way to get a girl's number. This is what I did. So we walked inside because Brett Young was inside. He probably has no idea the story exists. Or Luke. I'll probably tell him about it one day. But I walked inside and Brett Young was taking pictures with some of my friends, buddies that put the thing on. And my phone was not dead, but I turned my phone off. And I said, hey, Nat, my phone died, but I really want to take a picture with Brett Young. Can you just snap a picture and just text it to me? Just send me the picture. And so that's how I got her number.
First night we met, I still have videos of like him in the background talking and stuff, like of my video and stuff. It was just so funny in full circle. So we did not start dating after that night, though, unfortunately to Dylan.
She made me chase her around for a couple months.
I just wasn't so sure. And then here we are.
I think you learn like how selfish you are as a human. Like just naturally selfish. Like especially when you go from, I guess me since 18 I moved out to 25 when we got married, 26.
Yeah.
Like just caring about like for myself, not really out of like selfishness purposefully, but just like intentionally as just humanly creatures, we're just selfish. So learning how to not be selfish and be like, oh, well, when we pack the car, like I can't just pack my stuff and be done. Like I have a whole other person I have to account for.
Right.
And 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs. So I'm probably not the best at it yet, but that's probably the main thing I learned.
Oh my gosh, no, you're great.
Is that it's not just like me anymore or just you anymore. It's like 2 people.
We dated basically all long distance. So once we started dating, my parents were like, please don't start dating. Like, you're about to go away to college. Like, you're both dating long distance. But we did it despite, because that's what you do when you're young. You're like, I'm going to go against everything my parents have ever told me. And so that kind of prepared us for the season that we're in now, I would say. But I think marriage has been such a gift. And I don't know. I've just absolutely loved it. It's changed kind of who we are and strengthened our relationship.
Yeah. Definitely.
Deeper than we realized it could. So
this time of year we have a bunch of fires outside.
Yeah.
Burn a bunch of wood.
We're outside so much, I feel like. We're both from Georgia, both from the same town. Like, we love like just to be outside with the pups, enjoying like just day-to-day stuff that like somebody might take for granted because they are together, because they work their 9 to 5 and then they get to see each other every weekend. We don't do that. Whenever he's got it, like this next week, he's like got a week open, and it's like I'm so excited just to.
Yeah, sometimes we just do nothing.
Yeah.
Just do like normal stuff like.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just do the dishes together or like.
It's so lame.
Simple stuff, but whenever you're gone a bunch, they just kind of have a different thing to them. I cook some deer meat.
He cooks like a frat bro dinner.
I cooked some smash burgers last night that were pretty good.
He's like the typical guy. Like, he'll cook the meat and then he'll completely forget that he needs like some type of vegetation with that. And
not a side guy.
He's like hungry in an hour, and I'm like, what'd you eat for dinner? So
just the main dish. No sides here.
Yeah.
We're pretty tight with like Russell and Kaylee. We probably have gotten some advice through them that we probably don't even know that we've gotten.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We actually don't. We don't text a lot, especially now that he has a flip phone.
Yeah. Yeah, we just call a bunch.
He switched to the flip phone for a minute, and so we call each other a lot. But I don't know. Yeah, Russell and Kaylee, and then there's several other couples, Hina and Shay. We absolutely have couples that we know are rooting for us and giving us little pieces of wisdom here and there. But I don't know. It's been fun so far to learn from those people, even if you're not talking to them day to day. It's like, you know that their marriages are different and they're doing something different, and that's really refreshing to watch happen. So
I get a lot of advice from Dylan. Like when we got married and moved into the house, I was like, I want this house to be like farmhouse. You know, like I had my idea of what I wanted this house to be, and that was like gonna order all these like gold handles for the cabinets and stuff.
It's always the little things.
You know, and I was like, no way, not my house. Like, no way. And then Dylan was like, why do you care? You're not even going to be there as much as she is. So I've like gotten a lot of advice from him on that. Now our front door is baby blue, and I really could care less.
I painted it while he was gone one weekend. Didn't ask.
And I'm like, hey, Dylan, when would you start having kids? He's like, dude, just have as many kids as you can. Like, Dylan Scott's honestly the best advice giver.
It's been really, really cool. Whenever we first started dating, when he finally was like, please go on a date with me, I was like, okay, fine, I will. I really came around to the idea, and I realized that, like, A, he's pursuing me, B, like, this is the most humble guy I've ever met, and that's who I wanted to marry. I didn't know it was Dylan, but I knew, like, the characteristics that he had just checked a lot of boxes for me, and since then, like, not only, like, have I been able to just watch him grow into, like, career-wise, like, pursue that, but he simultaneously is just, like, the most humble person you'll meet. So watching those two things occur at the same time is really cool.
If you don't have a dog, go get a dog.
Yeah, if you don't
They're
have
the
a
best.
dog,
They're better than cats.